Let's start rolling right into this. Maybe in like not a creepy way.
Yeah, I'll have to do it with my wife in the room. You could be eating a box of Eggos every single day.
With maple syrup and bacon. Roll out of bed. I just comb my beard, brush my teeth.
I don't even do half of that. Kissing babies and signing checks.
Oh, writing checks.
Breaking necks. Breaking necks. Okay, bro.
Yeah, go down, bro.
You want to just start over again?
Let's do it all.
Okay.
Welcome to the PM&A podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 41. Can you believe it?
What is going on?
We crossed the 40 into the new
41.
Guys,
Holy cow.
welcome. Thanks for listening. We love ya. We love our listeners and we love hearing about it. If you're listening to our podcast, send a message and say, hey, I like what you're doing. In fact, send it to Ernie. He wants to hear what we're listening to, what you're listening to. He wants to hear about it. So let us know what you're thinking. Guys, this episode is brought to you by our new sponsor, Wavemaker Brewery and Distillery. Wavemaker Brewery Distillery. Guys, right now it's COVID-19. Unfortunately, the brewery is closed, like the tap room's closed.
The tap room, yeah.
But not the actual brewery, guys. Go to the Wavemaker Instagram, give them a follow, give them a like, and then jump on their website, wavemakerbrewery.com, and guys, you can order beer. You can order beer for A, curbside pickup, and B, delivery. Boom.
What is curbside pickup? What's curbside pickup?
Curbside pickup is you order the beer, and you let them know you're going to come and pick it up instead of getting delivered. If you live in the area, so Wavemaker Brewery is from Cambridge, Ontario, but if you are in the greater Ontario, guys, you can get the beer shipped to your front door.
In Ontario.
In Ontario. All of Ontario.
No way.
Get the beer shipped. It's delicious. It's awesome. You won't regret it. Fill up those cups, guys, with that Wavemaker beer. What were you going to say, Ernie?
Can you go into the store and buy beer?
It's a curbside pickup only. You let them know that you're there. You come in, you grab the beer. That's it. You contact Wavemaker Brewery on their Instagram. You can get some more information. You can contact Scott, and he will let you know. But as you guys saw in the last podcast, Scott and Matt came on. We talked. We chatted. We wanted them to come on as a sponsor. They are a new sponsor. We were super excited because they make really good beer. Guys, we also
and it was
want
just
you...
before all this nonsense happened, too, right there?
Yep, all the nonsense, all the junkety junk COVID-19.
Yeah.
But now we're doing a new thing. Go to Wavemaker Brewery. Guys, we also want you to check out our buddy General Watson. He is a first-person shooter YouTube streamer. If you're not into video games, that's cool, but they're hilarious videos. They're fun to watch. They're only 5 to 10 minutes long. He does music. He does commentary. It's on YouTube. Check it out. General Watson. Hey, Ernie, it's really cool to watch.
Yeah, is he still doing the cinematography ones? Or
he does
no,
cinematography ones. He does music ones. He streams live now, well, obviously because he's working from home because of COVID-19. But he's streaming live. Yeah. It's a lot of fun to watch. Sometimes I jump on the chat and chat it up, chat. Sometimes I'm even playing. My gamer tag is BA Butter, so you want to check out that. We also have some other buddies that are playing on that. But yeah, guys, check out the YouTube thing. And John Watson is a really cool guy to watch, and he's always shouting us out. He's just such a rad guy.
Right on. Well, how is everybody doing? You cool cats and kittens.
Yeah, cool cats and kittens.
Cool cats and kittens. The rest of the world has shut down, but there's a lot of different places that have decided that, we're going to move on. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to adapt, and we're going to change to the way things are changing. And kind of like us, Jeremy and I, we kind of thought about pulling the plug on this, but we're like, you know what? We're going to make a change. We're going to make things safe. We're going to keep going on, and we're going to make this train run on track as much as we can here.
We're not shutting down because of the COVID-19. We're set up. We got some new equipment. We're running it.
So just like us, there's a lot of different companies out there, like Wavemaker, our new sponsor, and a lot of other companies that have adapted to the times right now, and they have adapted to online deliveries, curbside deliveries, and online purchases, so where they can also get it through mail.
Like T-shirts and stuff.
Exactly, a whole bunch of different companies that we're doing for, and we're reaching out to those companies now, especially now that we know that we've got such an amazing community behind us, a great group of fans, listeners, podcast guests, all those guys. If you have any kind of product or service that you want to get out and you want it to be promoted, message us on the podcast Instagram account. You can also get a hold of us at our Gmail email account, which is the PMA podcast at gmail.com. We can throw that up on the link for this episode as well for you guys, so you can get a hold of us there. reach out to us. Let us know what you got, what you need to sell, and what you need from us, and we can work something out. So that way, the rest of the community, our podcast community, and people abroad as well, can get a hold of your product, and we can keep this train going until this train gets right back on track again.
That's right, guys. It's all about supporting local. It's all about supporting each other, especially in these times of hardship. Thanks a lot, guys. And Evan, man, what's up? How you doing?
Just chilling and quarantining and working and being essential.
So yeah, how are you? So are you?
Oh,
so
join
you
the
are.
club.
So you are working.
Yes, still working, still doing my landscaping and doing property management. Right now we're just changing garbages and cleaning up friggin' gloves and masks on commercial sites like Fortino's.
No. Wow.
So due to this whole thing, are you guys allowed to pick up more contracts, or are you just what you have is all you can do?
I'm not sure about that. I know that we're still doing the same things as what we've been doing. I think we can renew contracts with the same people. I don't know if you can get like new. I don't know. That's some more boss stuff.
Like pay attention, don't pay no attention to the hand waving in the corner kind of thing.
Yeah. I just go where I'm told to go, and it seems like it's existing properties we've already had.
So man, we're huge fans of the Evan Show. We're I'm a huge fan. Ernie's been like, we've been talking back and forth for a while. Just like, man, did you see the newest episode? Because like the last episode you did was when you met up with that rapper guy at the airport, eh?
Yes. Paul Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like so tired on that show. He's like, "What is going on? What are you guys doing?"
You couldn't believe that you guys came to see him.
Yep, no, he was not expecting that, nor was I really. I didn't think I'd actually run into him, but I did.
It was like it was just were you guys at like it seemed like a pretty isolated part of the airport. What was going on there?
I guess it was just like a quiet time at Pearson, but no, I picked up camera lady Marty, who is a friend of his, I guess, too, who knows how to use a camera. And we just like flew from probably it was around like Guelph, like Highway 6 to Toronto to make the flight in time. And I watched this flight come in. Yeah. And we just parked the car as fast as possible and ran to where he should be coming from. And then he found us the same time we found him, really, and then we just rolled camera.
That's awesome. It's an epic video. Jared. Yeah.
Hey, Jared, let's let everybody know who Evan is first before we get into this.
Guys, so Evan's from the Evan Show on YouTube. If nobody knows that, he runs a really awesome, successful, hilarious YouTube. Would you call it a channel? Was that what you'd call it, Evan?
Yeah, it would be a channel, a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and you do like hilarious videos. So like, I guess we should get into it. Like, how long have you been doing it now? For like 2 or 3 years?
2 or 3 years, yeah.
Yeah.
2 or 3 friggin' years.
Yeah, and like, how did you kind of start? What was like the first video you're like, okay, this is gonna be hilarious. This is what I'm doing now.
Oh, it actually started for like I just wanted to be more creative, and it was like a self-growth thing because I was always enjoying being behind the camera, but then being in front of the camera, it was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to do it, because a lot of the guys in the city, like a lot of people were just too busy to be creative or something. I don't know, something stupid. So I just wanted to get out there more and just try things out, and not really knowing what I was doing, and just create something out of it.
Your videos are so hilarious because like like let's say I'm just like hanging out, maybe I'm not in like a great mood, I'm like I just want to laugh. Like I think the funniest stuff is when you go and you like the open houses. That is like absolute jokes because the people are like hang on, I gotta go ask the owners. You're like, hey, how's it going? Or, I like the one where you guys were chilling on the back patio, just like hanging out, talking about the house.
Yeah, you're going to the backstory of the house.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you think that they would actually let you in and not take you as seriously if you didn't have the mic? Do you think?
The mic does wonders for a lot of people. It definitely adds to the ambiance of a news station and some form of legitimacy.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, because some of the ones that you do, like even the food trucks, it's kind of like, man, how the heck did you get on that thing? Like, it's like maybe they were like, well, maybe it's local news. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. I surprise myself what the microphone can do sometimes.
The funniest part about that episode is that you were actually running into fans that night when it was raining, and you were jumping on the back of the food trucks. People were like, "Oh, the Evan Show, what's up?" That was the coolest part about that whole thing.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really cool time.
Yeah, man.
Like, did you get free food? Like, were they like, oh, he must be from the food channel. Let's give him a sample.
Yeah. Had a bunch of samples all night, the whole weekend.
That's better than Costco.
So,
yeah, it was sick. I love the samples at Costco too, by the way.
Oh yeah,
great.
oh yeah.
I gotta ask, the one episode where you were trying to ask Justin Trudeau some questions. How close did you get from getting past that first kind of like, I guess, barrier when they're like, "Oh, do you have your media pass?" You're like, "Oh yeah, it's right here. It's right here." How far did you get?
The time that Trudeau came to McMaster,
Yeah.
or the time I went out to Ottawa to his house. I think it
what?
was-
What?
You went to his house?
I went near his house. I didn't like get into his house.
Oh, tell us that
I got
story.
up to the gate.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I've always wanted to ask Trudeau if he's an Aunt Jemima guy or if he's like a natural syrup kind of guy,
Right.
like a natural maple syrup from the tree.
Legit question.
Yeah, and I think it started the first time he came to Hamilton. I went to that event, and I think it's this video you're talking about where they asked if I was accredited,
Mm-hmm.
and I eventually just like walked myself right through. And yeah, that's what happened is they didn't let me in, and then I had to act as a photographer, and then I just like filmed everything still without like pointing the camera as it was a video camera, and just acted like I was a photographer, and I just walked in and then started filming again.
Was it just you, or did you have your the guy taking the video as well?
Yeah, I had the guy
I
taking the
remember.
video as well, and it was rigor mortis.
Yeah,
It
rigor
was like
mortis.
the shoulder rig.
Yep.
We had to put him away to act as photographers, and then we just held the camera and recorded it as we walked with it. Because you're allowed to show up as a photographer, but you can't show up as a media person.
Oh.
The video.
So that's how you got into the crowd, and you were gonna ask about the syrup.
Yeah. And then instead we just drank from his glass that he
I did
used
see
when he
that.
was giving his speeches and stuff.
Yeah, and then you were like handing it around. You're like, "This is the drink. This is the water he drank."
The communal Trudeau cup, yeah.
Oh, that's back before they used to put bats in soup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Back,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say back before the kung flu.
Oh, jeez. So what happened at his gate? What happened at Trudeau's gate? How far did you get there?
Just literally to his gate.
Didn't talk to anybody.
I was hoping maybe he'd come out for a walk or something, but I just showed up. It was during the summer is when like my landscaping is at its peak, so like I'm usually only free on weekends and nights.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like to travel, so that was how far we could go in one weekend. So we drove right after work on Friday to Mont Tremblant and back home for work on Monday. And we did more time driving than we did like sleeping in Mont Tremblant.
Oh, jeez. And then you went to the gate. You didn't. Did security come and talk to you, or?
No, security didn't come talk to me. I just was standing like not on the sidewalk, but not like closer to the gate, like within an arm's reach to the gate. Not trying to cause trouble, but just like this is his house,
Yeah.
and we do not know the answer to this question of the syrup.
One day,
kind of
man,
thing.
you'll know. One day. Right now,
One day, I know.
he's not doing much right now. He's got to answer soon. Like right now, he's just chilling out. He once in a while he
He
talks.
just walks out from his house, talks about being moist, talking moist, and then walks back in.
Yeah.
So
I heard a little bit of that, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, it was a damp conversation.
He
So when you, other than like going to the gate and not storming the gate, like when you're doing these videos, have you ever come across like a little bit of heat? Like I know when you and I were talking a little while ago about when you were doing the strip club one, the Hamilton.
Yeah, the food. He was doing the food. You were
The
ordering
food
strip club
reviews.
food. Yeah.
No, not the food one. The other one, the one where it was the strip club was closing.
Oh yeah. The Hamilton Strip. Last day at Hamilton Strip.
You were getting yelled at, weren't you, by like somebody?
Yeah, people threw like a beer can at me, and things like that. Told me to get lost or that the camera's gonna get broken. And
Or we think it was the
stuff like
mob. Like who were those guys? Just like tough guys or what?
Just some tough guys at the strip club. Probably.
Probably. So
You know?
yeah, yeah. They're usually
Their money
there.
wasn't good enough; they got turned down.
Yeah. But I remember
Yep.
your mod club video where you went to the mod club and you showed them your pass that you made, and then the first guy let you in, and then you just got in, and then and then you left the light on the camera. And the guy's like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?"
The Fiddler concert.
Yeah. So after the guy pulled you aside, was like, "Hey, God, come here." What happened after that?
So basically, he told me, he's like, so if I bring you to like their touring manager, they're gonna recognize you and say, oh, this is good, right? And I was like, absolutely. So he's like, all right, let's go. And then so he takes me through like the labyrinth behind the whole thing, and the whole time I'm just like, I don't really know what's gonna happen because these guys have never met me in my life. So we go through like 3 different phases of behind the scenes, and the manager comes out and he's like 8 feet tall, and he just like looks at me, shakes his head, and turns around, doesn't even say a word to me or the other guy. And then the guy's like, what the heck, why'd you lie to me, man? And I was like, well, fake it till you make it. He's like, you do realize that like we're the biggest like vendor or something for this, and you're gonna get blacklisted from all these shows now because of this? And I was like, well,
Worth it.
like I had to do something.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
Yeah, man.
Yep, shooter's gonna shoot. So, yeah, he had quite the look on his face. Like, partly was impressed and also disappointed that I lied to him. And I was like, well, what did you want me to do?
You
Like,
poker faced it right out the whole way.
I had to, right till the very end.
Do you think if you left the light off, if you would have just got in and been like what were you trying to do? Were you trying to just stay recording, or were you just trying to get in and then not record?
Stay recording. It's the how far can you go series. So like ultimately, I got as far as I could like backstage, but the camera wasn't there for proof.
Yeah.
But at least I got there.
Yeah.
You know, and then, but yeah. So I don't know. We weren't really thinking. I think the part where we got mostly busted was the second phase of security, because I didn't go get like a bracelet or anything or like check in with the media passes after I got through the initial set of security, and that's what set the other guy off to come get me and say like, why haven't you signed in, sort of thing. And then that's what led to, so I learned from that one. And I don't know, everyone's telling me to just go get accredited and like actually sign up for this stuff, but it would take away from the how far can you go segments.
Yeah. So
the luster of it.
Did you get blacklisted?
No, he didn't take my name or anything, so it was just empty words.
And didn't take your photo or anything?
Nope. Just walked out.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm fine.
So the farthest though that you've gone, I remember watching the video where you went on that stage. Is that the farthest you feel like you've gone on for something, or like what's the farthest?
I think that counts as the farthest, because that was on stage of Mac DeMarco while Mac DeMarco was playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to interview the drummer, and then the security like got me off stage before I interviewed the drummer while he was playing. That was the goal.
Oh my gosh.
It's like ultimately it's like getting an interview while they're performing a song would be probably the best.
The raddest. So you got in with no tickets, nothing. You just walked in past security.
Yep.
And you got through the crowd. And I remember you were trying to like jump a fence or something, and the guy was like, "Hey, you can't come in here. This is VIP." You got through that. So then you just walked around. You're like, "Yep, I'm just gonna jump on stage. This is how it's gonna go."
Yeah. Because I mean, like, how much further can you go other than being on stage? You know?
Yeah.
It would be interviewing Mac DeMarco while he's singing.
Yeah, just jump right up there, be like, "You're doing a great job," and he'd be like, "Whoa, yeah, thanks."
Yeah, it's all improv. Just figure it as you go.
And you didn't get kicked out? Did you get kicked out of the concert after that point?
No, but we had no reason to stay really, because I don't listen to Mac DeMarco in my free time usually.
You're just like, peace.
I think there's like one song of his, but yeah, I was like, okay, well we came and did what we wanted to do, and now we can go home.
Yeah. Did you get into sorry, what's that music festival? It's like huge, and I always forget the name of it.
Warped Tour.
Yeah, you got into Warped Tour. Didn't you like hide your stuff in merch boxes or something? You were saying once.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
Oh my gosh, man! So, do you have plans for like any further adventures, or like I guess for not?
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
I have a notebook right in front of me that I've been taking notes, and I realized that it's Easter weekend. I had some really good open house Easter video weekend video ideas.
Yeah.
And they are down the drain right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say right now it's probably running you a little bit cold with all this like COVID stuff. You can't interact with people or go out and talk.
Yeah. I'm in a weird spot right now too, because like being in quarantine and still working and stuff, like I don't really have much to film. Or like the free space, because right now I'm living with the parents, saving up to go live on my own eventually. And it's like I don't have the same free range to do all the stupid stuff I would usually do.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm thinking I'm still gonna work with it. I've been on a bit of a hiatus since the Paul Thompson video, just to like, I don't know, recalibrate, but then I got too comfy recalibrating and I gotta just jump in again. But
yeah, man, you put out some good stuff. Like that when you went to Christmas Krindle, what is it? What's the Dutch Pennsylvania?
The Chris Kindle Market.
Yeah, in Kitchener. We've never actually been to it, but like that was so awesome. When you're like, do you know who Krampus is? And the guy was like, what? Krampus?
Yep.
The guy was like, what the hell are you talking about Krampus? He had no idea. That was awesome.
Do you edit the videos yourself?
Yeah.
Do you?
Wow, man.
Yep,
so you
yep,
do
yep.
So go ahead, Ernie.
Yeah, so when you were once you're done the videos till it's done, like finished product, how long would you usually say that process is?
It depends. Sometimes it takes a couple hours. Anywhere from like 1 to 12 hours, I would say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, depending on like if I'm working that day or the next day. Like, I don't know. They add up. The open house videos I can edit in basically like 45 minutes because like I was just trying to find like a system where it was like easy to edit. But then like where I'm interviewing a lot of people for the full day and stuff, and then like trying to make sense of it and go through the bits. Yeah, that can usually take up some time.
You're not on a strict schedule though, right? Like you're not like it needs to be out by Monday night kind of thing, right?
No, I do enjoy putting out 2 videos a week. And then I also do enjoy taking like a healthy break every couple months here and there. But yeah, so no, it's not a strict schedule, but I'm trying to be disciplined still by putting out enough content during the week.
What do you feel like is like the most interesting endeavor you've got into? You were like, wow, like after you were just like sitting there in your car, you're just like, whoa, I can't believe we did this. I can't believe like this is what happened, or what this is the footage we got.
Wow. I feel like there's always a bit of that for a good chunk of the videos, like for the how far can you go, because they've always just been hilarious to me because I don't know how far I'm going to go. So it's like we do share those moments after we film those things. So, but I think one of the ones was when we filmed with Nelk, if you're familiar with the Nelk Boys on YouTube. My camera guy sent me their Instagram story like 2 hours before they were going to be in Hamilton. And so like we just finished up work, picked up what we needed to pick up camera wise and like my buddy, and then run down to Hess Village in Hamilton. And I ended up finding them not where their meeting location was for their fans, but they were out shopping at a local shop, Omnis, that I didn't even know that they had ties with. And I saw Jesse. We made eye contact, and I just pulled the car over and ran across the street and started interviewing him. Then I followed him the rest of the night, and I was just like, wow. So it was a spontaneous find, and then we stalked them the rest of the night at the actual event. For lack of better words, we just showed up without tickets and snuck in the back door, and then found them again.
Oh my gosh!
And then
That's
just
awesome.
kept interviewing everybody.
Were they stoked for it?
Were they what?
Were they stoked for it? Did they enjoy it? Like,
I don't know if they like thoroughly enjoyed it, but they enjoyed it enough.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good video too.
Like I gave them mints, which was fun. I gave them mints and some Evan Show T-shirts.
Oh, there you go. Hey man, who doesn't like T-shirts? That's what's up.
Yeah.
I know you all. Sorry, go ahead, Ernie.
Go ahead, Jer.
I was gonna say, I know you always like to walk downtown Hamilton. I was gonna ask you, like, what's the main thing that's bothering you right now about this COVID thing? not being able to get out? What's something that you're missing?
It's tough for things that I'm missing since like my job, I'm like driving around everywhere all day, so like I don't fully feel it. But what I do miss when I start missing things would be like other places that are open to eat, or to even go use a washroom when you're away from home.
Oh, geez.
Like that, you start to feel it because like even like gas stations and stuff are like shutting down, and like no one really wants to use a gas station washroom. And sometimes when a man's got to go, and a gas station says no, it's like, wow, I got to go home ASAP.
Or you just find a job site with a porta john.
Yeah, or just do that too. So I don't know, like, yeah, it's just I like socializing with people, and right now the socializing is goes to the extent of Zoom video chats and house party, and stuff like this. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it about twice now, where I was getting off work and I'm like, oh, I'm getting off work early. I'm not doing anything. I should call my buddy Jeff. I'm like, oh, never mind. No, I can't.
Yeah, I can't do
Yeah,
much.
go over there. I've been starting to do a little bit of live streaming with just DJing live, and it's kind of cool to get out and just to do that. But even that, like I'm getting cut off as a copyright and BS, and I've got 3 events so far that are confirmed that they're just canceled. They're not going to reschedule them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think like weddings. Nobody's having a wedding. Nobody's doing anything. Like everything's just basically in limbo because nobody can do anything. Like imagine like people that are trying to like run fundraisers or anything where like the biggest thing I stresses most people out is just like the small businesses because they're like, what do we do? Like what are we supposed to do here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Evan,
yeah, no. Look at the LCBO. Like, have you seen the lineup for the LCBO or
it's
like
crazy.
the Zayres?
It's crazy. It's
It's like around the corner.
People want their booze, man. Priorities. They just want to go home and drink.
They can't shut it down though. Like that's an essential. You and I had this conversation. Like you shut down the LCBO, all the alcoholics are going to be in the hospitals.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a crazy time. So, are you still doing your obviously not right now, but are you still doing your jiu-jitsu? Are you still like rolling?
Yeah, so not rolling, but watching the videos online. Some of the top guys are they were giving away like one free video to study while the quarantine was going on, and I got a whole bunch of emails and changed my VPN and stuff and got like all the videos.
What?
So I've been occupying my time to like watch these videos. I shouldn't probably say this, but it's been awesome. So I've been studying. I haven't made my own jiu-jitsu dummy yet, which is a thing I should probably do at some point.
Yeah.
But I am missing that a lot.
How do you make a dummy? How do you make
There's
a dummy?
videos. You
what?
You would get your gi and then you like stuff it with like your bed sheets or something. I don't know what the guys did, but there's a guy that's putting out tutorials on how to make your own jiu-jitsu dummy to like practice moves on. But it's not the same. It's not the same. I'm getting very angsty, and I want to start rolling again.
Yeah.
As I know a lot of the guys are in the community. Because it's a sweet outlet, and then you want to stay sharp and fresh with all the stuff you're learning, and then all of a sudden it gets taken away, and you're just like, wow. Now I just have a bunch of energy. And
do you have a belt or not yet?
No, I have. Everyone gets a white belt for start,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes up to the blue, purple, brown, black, coral.
Man.
So where you are, so where you are, how long would it take to acquire a blue belt?
I think it takes anywhere from 2 to 4 years.
Holy cow!
From white to blue?
Yeah.
And blue's the second step?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu's a long-term process. It's like a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew. I learned a little bit about it from Joe Rogan. That's how I kind of like heard about jiu-jitsu years ago. I was like, oh, okay. And then I like obviously MMA, but like watching MMA, but I had no idea how the ranking system worked at all.
Yeah, I think if you start, like obviously there's some people that go like way faster, and there's some controversy on how they got that fast, but on average, from what I think, is about 6 to 10 years to get your black belt.
Jesus.
So
what's coral? Did you say?
Pardon?
What is coral? Did you say coral?
Yeah, so the Gracies, the guys that like invented jiu-jitsu, like the father of that got his coral belt. And that's like there's only like 2 guys that have coral belts, I think, right
In the
now.
whole world.
Very few. Yeah, the coral belt's like a big deal.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to Google that later.
Yeah, the coral belt. I think it's a new belt too, but I could be making this up, but I don't think I am.
So the argument for gi and no gi, do you land on wearing your gi?
I like both.
Yeah, the
I like
rash guard.
both. Yeah. Rash guards are sick because you never know if your shirt is going to be on or off during the fight.
All right.
You know?
So
you
note to self, rip my shirt off.
Yeah.
You got to be prepared for the beach, and you got to be prepared for the city. Or even in the city, it could be shirtless. You know?
Yeah, shirtless city. Come on down.
Yeah, shirtless city. You know?
What was Rogan saying? He's like, if you got to wear a tie, just attach Velcro to the back so it easily gets ripped off.
Well, yeah, he doesn't like being vulnerable, and any kind of vulnerability, like he won't wear a tie because people can control him with his tie. Just get ripped around.
Yeah. Yep.
I just heard coral belt, and I just thought of like Joe Exotic's boyfriends.
Coral.
The Tiger King.
Oh my gosh. That is the craziest.
I haven't watched a lick of it yet. No, I haven't seen a single bit of it.
Oh my god! Oh, you're missing out. Oh,
it's
so
like
good.
It's like watching a slow train wreck, and you're just like, okay,
Yep.
I just gotta watch the whole way through.
Yep.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh, you gotta go watch it. I tell you what, turn it on right now. We'll watch it during the podcast.
No. So
a 7-hour podcast.
Yeah.
Let's get back into. I want to hear some more about your content and stuff. Just because we're kind of rehashing. If people don't know, we did do a podcast before, and then our computer decided to literally shut down, and we lost everything off the hard drive, and we were like, we lost it. Like we did like a sweet 2 hours, and then just completely just like ran away on us. So you were pumping out videos. Like we went back and looked, and like 4 months ago, you had a couple other videos. But when you first started putting out videos, what were you mostly putting videos at? What was like your main? Were you just doing interviews? It wasn't like the kind of funnier stuff like where you were doing houses. It was just strictly interviews. Is that what you were strictly doing when you first started?
When I very first started, it was more vlogging stuff.
Just like this?
It was vlogging, like just day-to-day stuff, and also finding any sort of friend circles I had that were doing things aside from the norm. Mm-hmm. Just people pursuing what they enjoyed, and then I would just film that, and it was just finding a way to just document it and piece it together into an episode, and then slowly started evolving. Once I got the microphone, that's obviously when I started doing more interviews.
Yeah.
But before I had the microphone, there was a few times I would interview people with like inanimate objects that were not microphones. For fun, like a potato. I went down to the farmer's market with a potato and started interviewing people.
How'd that go?
It was fine. Very normal. Very normal. The audio was terrible though.
Yeah.
And then once I had the microphone, like it totally changed my perspective on where I wanted to take the show, and it just felt good holding a microphone and asking and doing random things.
Yeah.
So.
That it definitely. Sorry, go ahead, Ray.
Yeah. I was gonna say I know that I took a lot of inspiration from like a lot of people on Instagram, like DJing wise. Like I would watch a lot of videos and follow a lot of people that do what they were doing, and a lot of the equipment I would use what they would use. Would you say there was anything on YouTube that like or other social media that you were basing kind of how you were doing your show off of like something that you've seen on and something that you were following?
No. I do my best to not watch a lot of TV and to not compare as best I can. And that initially also is kind of what pushed the show, was to not be discouraged by where you stood with others on social media, because everyone on social media showed the best of the best. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to inspire others and encourage others and myself to like not worry about what other people are doing and just focus on. But I do think that there is a spot and a healthy balance to see where you're at with other people, but like without focusing on the comparisons.
Oh no, not putting yourself on a pedestal kind of thing, but to use it as kind of like a guiguideline.
Exactly.
Kind of what I want to strive for, and not that you're not shooting to be that person, but you want to base it around how they do things.
Well,
Yeah.
Weren't you saying, I think the last time we were talking, that the Tom Green show saw what you were doing and they were like, hey man, we see what you're doing and we want you to know you just should keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, so what happened is back when YouTube had like an inbox, they took away the inbox for YouTube. Now it's just straight comments. But one of the writers for Tom Green said, hey, we're watching what you're doing and we really like it. Said that they were having dinner and spoke about it and stuff, and they liked it. And I was just like really encouraged, and he just said, keep on doing what you're doing, and we like what we see. I was like, wow, that's really encouraging.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's gotta like stand out to be like, okay, so he's like, was he before Jackass? I can't remember. I'm trying to think how, like,
I think so.
I think so.
Like his old, like how he kind of like did his thing, like with his parents, where he would like draw shit on his dad's car, like, where's my dinner or something, or like something like that, or didn't he like he make a dinner meeting for all his family to tell them that he had cancer or something?
he did a bunch of things.
Oh my gosh, he's classic. That is seriously like some classic Canadian, like, that's awesome.
That was great.
Does he have a podcast? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I thought I heard somebody say that Tom Green had a podcast or something.
Everybody and their grandmother's coming out with a podcast now.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. I'm kind of like, I'm glad that we're like almost 2 years in with this, because like I feel people like are like getting on the podcast, kind of like, I guess, genre in the last year, and I feel like I don't want to be one of those people that are like, oh, I'm having a podcast too. What do you think about that? Like, do you think it's cool just to put out any content, or like is there too much fan stuff going on, or people jumping on the bandwagon?
Too many voices, not enough to say.
Evan, what do you think?
That's profound. I don't know. Like, wow.
Sorry.
I think if you want to make something, then just make it. And if it's like, each person brings their own unique thing to the table with their personalities, or have the potential to, at least.
Yeah.
So as long as they stay true to themselves, I believe they could get something of quality. If they've done the friggin' soul searching to find out who they are as a person.
Yeah, and the work too. There's like, there's a lot of work involved with this kind of stuff, and behind the scenes. So if you're not putting, like, I know a lot of people start podcasts. Like, I was talking to a guy we had on the podcast, and he was like, listen, we talked for like 2 hours, and it was an awesome time. We were chatting, and then he also went on a podcast that had like a lot of money involved and a lot of like sponsorships, and really like not to say we have like not good quality microphones and stuff, but like they were like funded. They were funded, and everything.
Not
was
very good laptops, but yeah.
Yeah, not like, tip top stuff. And he said the quality of the equipment might have been good, but the conversation was stale and it was very forced. And then people were like, well, asked him one question. He talked about it for 5 minutes, and they go, well, that was fun. Thanks for talking to us. Like, it was like very like, what's the word I'm trying to looking for? Like, it was just controlled. It wasn't like, not to say it wasn't generic, but it was like
very scripted, scripted almost.
Yeah, it was just wasn't fluid.
But then again, though, like when you've only got like 10 or 15 minutes to bang out your point, you kind of they want to stick to what they're there to. Their mission is.
But my point is, that's like with your stuff, Evan. Like when you put out a video, like it's genuine, and like you can see the excitement on your face when you're like recording. You're like, "Hey guys, we're gonna go and we're gonna bust in a house," and then the people are like, what are you doing here? And you're just like, "I'm checking out the house," and then they're like, "Oh, are you?" And then sometimes you lie, like just to kind of get in. You're like, yeah, I know what's going on. No, yeah, we're here. And then what is that one guy you were talking to, Big John or something? What was his name?
Oh yeah, Big John. I think it was Big John.
Yeah, Big John.
Yeah. And he thought he saw me on the friggin' TV, so I said, "Oh yeah,
yeah, we're on TV." And then the guy who the bouncer at the strip club or something said that, yeah, Big John comes here a lot.
Yep.
Oh,
and
man.
I've actually made some pretty good friends with that man. the
No
strip
way.
club security guard. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So we have some collaborations coming to the show.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if that guy can come back. He would be an awesome asset to have as like I don't know. What are you thinking? Like I don't know. Don't like spoil it, but like I think he'd be a cool guy to throw a security shirt on, and he can be like, hey, let him in. He knows what's, like like follow you around kind of thing.
Yeah. No, we have talked some ideas, and I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. Don't do it. Yeah.
But yes, he would be a great character for a few ideas.
Awesome.
And he is on board, and it's just a matter of letting COVID pass for us to reach the fullest potential of it.
Yeah, man. Well,
so, he's a character.
Yeah, we can't wait until this whole thing's done. Just for, like specifically for like everybody in general, but your videos, like, because that's like your thing. You got to get out and you talk to people, and get rigor mortis going. Get out there and rock and roll. So I guess the question I already asked you the question about what's up next for you guys, but you got a big list of stuff coming up, and then you're just waiting for all this to kind of like blow over.
Basically, yeah. Like I want to find like a alternative for the COVID stuff, and I think I have some ideas. But yeah, I saw a thing the other day from Jeff Joslin from Jits, and he said it was like a motivational thing about consistency and just doing like a little bit a day. So I'm like, I should stay on top of the video with even just a little bit a day, whether it's like Instagram or YouTube. But like, I don't know. I feel a little weird like putting out. I feel like the whole world is in this state though, where it's like this isn't my usual content, so like I don't really want to put out stuff that's not me. Yeah. I don't know. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. I got to do something.
Yeah.
But the hard part for you is though to be in front of the mic and to record it at the same time. That would be really difficult, right?
Potentially, yeah. Like I do have a tripod, but like you lose the interactive camera, you lose like the feel of the show.
Because I was gonna say, like, if you sorry to interrupt you, but if you wanted to do like to go to your area and go like order a whole bunch of different things from their curbside drop off in front of their business, like I said, like you could do that, but it would be kind of hard for you to kind of interview them and have the mic facing the right way at the same time. Other than if your camera guy was 6 feet away.
I think you just kind of gave me some ideas. I forgot about some ideas that I had before, and you're bringing them up now. But yeah, social distancing and filming would be a lot of fun.
I was gonna say
inconvenience.
What if you gowned up, masked up, put some gloves on, and be like, "Hey guys, we're out here social distancing," and like you like walk the streets. It's like, "Hey, why aren't you home?" Like, what are you
doing?
Don't
wear rubber gloves. Like go and buy like lobster, like the oven mitts.
The oven mitts.
And then go like say, "Hey, are you doing something that's important?" And they'll be like,
"Yeah," and not like a cough mask. Like wear like a motorcycle helmet, like a full face motorcycle helmet.
Yeah,
like a DIY hazmat.
Yeah.
And then mask. People might get mad though if you ask them, "Are you doing something that is essential? Are you doing essential outwards?" And some people might be like, "Nah, man, I'm just going for a walk."
Just like they have like CBC like on the one side and like Evan Show on the front. So if they see it from the side, it just says CBC. Oh, it's from the CBC. I'll leave it alone.
It's a CBC. Yeah. It's and then you're like, "Hey, I'm from the Evan Show. We're just asking what you're doing out of your house."
Exactly. That's a personal question too.
Yeah,
people.
That'd be a good one. That'd be awesome. Just walk up to people standing outside and be like, "Hey, are you essential?"
Yeah.
And then you could like get some heart into it too. You could be like, you could see the people. You can say, "Oh," and find out some people that are essential and just thank them for what they're doing. And you could put you put your own spin on it. You're good at what you do, man. And Ernie and I appreciate your work and
thank you.
Like your videos are hilarious. Like seriously, I'll just be like having a crappy morning and I'll just wake up and I'll just be like, I'll watch something funny, and then I'll watch some of your videos and just start laughing.
That means a lot.
I think and I was just like, I'm crying. I think the one time I was like crying, laughing so hard because I couldn't believe. I'm trying to remember the one that's like one of the funnier ones you did. So that one time the lady got really mad. She was like, "Who are you?" And you're like, "I'm here for the open house." She goes, "There's no open house." And it was like, and then you guys like took off. He ran down the beach, and she was like, you were just like, "So anyway, you're like, anyway."
That was my new neighbor, yeah.
Yeah.
And I showed up in the friggin' house coat.
Yeah. That's what that was. It was you were wearing a house coat, and you and she's just like, what are you doing here? And you're just like, I'm here for the open house. You're like, there's no open house. There's no open house. But man,
it says on your front lawn that
Yeah.
it's today.
yeah, it's today.
Yeah. And then she removed the open house sign as we were leaving.
Oh my gosh. Maybe it
And
was
then
sold.
they slandered me on Facebook after that.
No
that
way.
Was good.
Were they what?
Yeah.
How do they
Yeah,
slander
they
you?
well, they were just like they made up a story of what I actually did, and
Mm.
then once people saw the video I posted, they posted to the thread, and then they deleted their comments.
Oh, what were they saying?
They deleted the whole post. It was just a whole bunch of stuff. It was the real estate agents, and
Yeah.
they just went wild on me, saying how it was unacceptable behavior and I was being threatening and
What?
just accusing me of all the stuff I didn't do. And then I had video proof of what actually did happen as a single shot the whole way.
Yeah.
And they had nothing to say. But they were like in my inbox saying they were calling the police. They knew who I was, getting like the whole beach community to try to come after me after that. And then post my address.
No way.
Yeah. And then the whole post got deleted once my video got released.
Yeah, because you
Because
didn't.
they're like, oh, none of this happened.
Yeah, you didn't do anything. You just showed up to say hi, and then you were literally like, "Okay, see ya." And you're like, "We gotta go. We gotta go." Because
Yeah.
she just was like instantly Karen mode.
Yep. Instant Karen mode.
Oh my gosh.
So
But,
I got another one for you. So in a parking lot,
Oh,
you
you're-
notice everybody throwing their gloves. You know, that'd be another good one for you. Just be like, "Hey, you threw your gloves on the ground." Be like, "You know, it didn't work out for OJ. How do you think it's gonna work for you?"
Your ideas, Ernie.
I got good ones. I got good ones.
yeah, it is nasty seeing people throw their gloves out all around, though.
Oh,
Like,
I almost saw a fist fight from it the other day.
What?
it's gross.
Yeah, Walmart. Some lady and her son. They were getting in their car. They took gloves off. Boop, on the ground they go. I'm just shaking my head. So this guy walks up, takes a video of the gloves, takes a video of the car, and he walks up to the window, taps on the window with the phone that he's recording them from. Says, "You got two choices: pick up the damn gloves, or I report you." And I'm just like, I'm gonna be his cheerleader. I'm like, do both. And they're like,
Yep.
"Leave us alone." I'm like, "Get up."
What did the guy do?
The young kid, he got out, he picked up the gloves, and then he got in the car. As they're driving out, I'm like, "Shame!"
Well, and now's the time because people are just standing in line, right? They're just hanging out in line. Like, how good is your audio? You think you could stand back from a little bit of people and like record audio of them talking to you, or do you have to be really close?
No, I could be farther away, for sure. So I could make it happen. I just need to get
Buddy.
some people willing to leave their house.
Yeah.
Well, you got people standing in line at the Zairs and the LCBO, I'm sure.
Yeah, the LCBO would be interesting because you could be like, so you like booze so much you want to just like avoid you want to get into the Coronaville?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We're giving you pearls here, buddy.
Yeah, I think asking people what they're doing out of their house as I'm out of the house
Yes.
too.
Yeah. Disregard why I'm out.
I would hate for this like to come out. We're planning on putting this out soon, and then you get out, and then in like 3 weeks you're sick.
Oh yeah, eh? Could you imagine?
I would hate for that to happen.
I actually think that I got the virus back in December.
A lot of people do. Yeah. Because did you have like a cold and a flu?
I had it bad. Like
No.
bad.
No
Like
way.
this fever was so bad that I needed to be like double sweatered with a heating blanket on and a furnace on, like the fireplace on.
Yep.
And
My
if I
daughter
left
got
that
it in
room-
January, I think. 'Cause
No
she
way.
she was violently ill, had a giant temperature, couldn't keep any fluids down, could keep nothing down, was so sick. Like we even took her to Emerge. She's only about a year and a bit, right? So
Oh wow.
it was pretty bad. Like she was losing weight, wasn't eating, wasn't doing anything.
That's crazy.
hmm
It's crazy to think that people have already had it, and so, like, I don't know, this whole thing's so weird. We've never gone through this before. Like, there's no planes, everything's closed. There's no. Imagine being in school right now. Like those kids are just like, what are they done school for the year? Like, is that what they're doing?
I have a feeling, yeah. Chloe's even starting. They're trying to do online, but
Yeah, there's no way.
they're not grading it.
Yeah, It's such a crazy time. This is so interesting.
Crazy. Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna ask you one more question. I know you're feeling pretty tired. We're just asking. This is a short asking you to come on, and we appreciate you coming on. But I was gonna ask you about one of your videos, and just so you went to Drake's house. I know in one of the videos you went to Drake's house. Did you get to talk to Drake? Didn't you meet somebody who has already been there or something?
I don't know if I met someone that was already there. I know that there was some security on site, and I wanted to fly my drone. I don't even think I had my drone at the time. And I just changed my fluid in Barnabas in front of his house. I think that was the extent of it because I couldn't really do much more else at the time.
Yeah, because
his house was still being built.
And the security guard was right there.
Yeah, but his house is fully built now, and he just dropped a new music video in his house. And maybe I should do an update video.
Yeah.
And see if I can go there. Especially in quarantine. Drake's probably home.
He's home, man. Dude, everybody's home.
He's probably home.
Go do it
in Toronto. No, I know how to. He's right there, so I might as well.
You
go
can
for a spin.
Just show up. Grab you.
Yeah. What is the worst they get? It can't, you can just start coughing, and they're just gonna run away anyway. So
you can cough your way in there.
Yeah. Jeez. Holy cow.
Dude,
that would be kind of fun. Maybe that would be the thing too. Is see what celebrities are home.
There you go.
Hey, Bieber's probably home too.
Bieber's home, and he lives up the road from us in Pushless Lake.
Yeah.
Really?
That's a good PM&A podcast is at your door.
Dude, I'll send you. I know a guy who knows where he lives. I will send you the address after this podcast. No joke.
Okay, do that.
No joke. And then, yep. He knows where he lives. I will send it to you as soon as we're done. So I can't say his name, but
There's no way.
Yeah, he's an electrician, and so he was working inside his compound. And so they would take their phones and stuff and sign this whole thing saying you can't talk to him if you see him or not take photos or ask him for anything, and you can't tell anybody about it. But he was working on his compound, which is on Pushlands Lake, which is just outside Cambridge, literally 2 minutes. He knows where he lives. Wow. He was there, and he's like, "Hey, here's his address." I just gotta text him, and he'll be like, "Hey, man, it's right here." Yeah.
Hey, Bieber, we're kidding. Nobody knows where you live.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious to see how far you could get up the road and be like, "Hey, we're from the Evan show, and we're just seeing how Justin's doing. How's he doing? Is he doing okay?"
Yeah.
Justin, are you really that sorry? Yeah.
How's the yummy going? How's that yummy?
Yeah.
How's being married? We just want to ask him how or no. What you were just gonna ask him? I don't even know, man. This is your wheelhouse. This is not already in our wheelhouse, so you'll come up with something. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm so down.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for brainstorming that with me. That was a lot of fun.
Buddy, we're here to help. So just so we can rehash, how can people get a hold of your info, your videos and stuff? Just let people know.
Okay, it's The Evan Show is the primary foundation of it.
Yeah.
And The Real Evan Show on Instagram.
Rad. And all your videos are on there. All your videos.
All the videos are on there.
Rad.
And you're usually and to be in one of your videos, where do you predominantly do most of your videos from? Are you kind of all over this area, or where are you?
Ontario, GTA. I would say, because I do travel randomly, but primarily around Hamilton and around here. If you want to be in a video, just friggin' message me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was just about. We about to say, if you want Ernie and I to come help you do camera work or anything in the summertime when this is all done, we're so down.
Perfect.
Because I know you were always looking for a camera guy, right?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
We know what we're doing, man. We're legit. And we're two bigger. We're two bigger guys with beards and tattoos. We look intimidating, so nothing bad should happen to you.
I'm not intimidated. I'm just really loud because I'm deaf.
Well, anyway, Evan, thanks for coming and talking to us, man. Coming back on, we appreciate it. We'll talk. Hopefully we can talk to you again in a little bit. Maybe when things start warming up again and COVID's gone and you got some more videos.
Yeah, when
coming
things are a little less batty around here.
Yeah, a little batty.
Yeah, well, for sure.
All right, dude. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Right on, man. Thank
you for having me.
Cheers, buddy.
Have a good one, guys.
Peace.